The What's Good Podcast.
Are you ready?
Your number one source.
Hey, ladies and gents, thank you so much for tuning into the very first episode of Season 5 What's Good Podcast. We did a vote, and everybody, for some reason, because I was not prepared for it, but everybody chose film production for the theme of Season 5. So today we have our first episode, and for everybody that has been sending me recommendations, I'm so thankful, because I had no idea where to get started for film. But I am excited to tap in, and today we have our first guest, and I'm super excited. Before we get started, as you guys know, we do not have interviews. Instead, we have genuine conversations, so let's get into it. Today, we have Kory with us. How art thou? How are you doing?
I'm doing well. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. So, background story. We both work with the Kickback CEO. Shout out to Ronald Osborne. And I met Kory there, and I was learning a little bit about him and just learning the different things that he can do, which is a lot. So as soon as I thought film production, I reached out to you, Arian, and somebody else first. I was like, I know y'all for sure in film. So it was like automatic. Let me go ahead and reach out to them. But for the recommendations, I'm thankful for y'all sending them, because I didn't know too many people outside of the people that was already in my circle. So you ready for your icebreaker? That's what we usually get started with.
Yes, ma'am. I'm ready. What you got for me?
Okay. All right. So your icebreaker. What's your favorite metaphor for describing entrepreneurship? Tricky, huh?
I don't know if it's a metaphor. It probably is. But you get what you put out. So I really don't think that's what a definition of a metaphor is. But
what is it? You put in what you get out of it?
Yeah, you put in what you get out of it. I really do believe that how much work you put into something, you get back what you put in. Yeah, I'm really okay. My bad. I'm trying to think of something real good and that sounds real great for the people. But it's really just that, because I feel like you can get rewards out of anything that you do, but you're not gonna get like the real good rewards, or I guess the rewards that really mean something, until you like really keep pushing through and prevail and keep working towards something.
I feel that, because I tell people all the time, what you put out in the universe is what you're going to get back.
Yeah, your perspective is very critical.
Indeed. Well, that was good for the people.
I just try to hit them with something to think about.
I love that. Well, we're going to go ahead and get started with our genuine conversation. And how we usually start, and we're going to keep it consistent, y'all. The very first question is, who is the guest? So for you, who is Kory?
I'm a man of many faces. I'm a creative. That's really the best way to put it. I do it all. I'm a firm believer in just doing whatever I want in life. So any idea that comes to mind, I try to act on it. I like creating just different things. I don't know, like that's really how I put it. That's really how I got into writing. That's not really how I got into writing, but that's what kept me into writing. I can say that. I can't say like my passion wasn't writing when I first started. I just knew it was a form of release, and then once I found something that interested me enough with it, I just kind of wanted to create more and more. So.
What was your first piece that you wrote and was like, oh, this is for me, or I need to do better?
The first piece I wrote that made me think, so I had one called Dating Friends. That was like one of the first blogs I wrote, to where I was like, I really say it was one called Being the Good Guy. That was a real good one. That was like the first blog on my second season. And man, it was inspired based off of, have you ever seen The Dark Knight?
Yes, Batman.
Yeah, so you know the part where him is Bruce, Harvey, and the girl, they all sit down at dinner. And basically that's when Harvey tell him, you either die a hero or you live long enough to see yourself become a villain. Mm-hmm. I feel like that's what being a good guy is. Ooh. And like how I just broke it down, and like with my writings, I put like a lot of gifs in it because like that's how my mind think. Like when I'm talking to people, I hear things. So yeah, that was like one of the first ones where I was like, yeah, this is. I don't know. Like I was like, I made writing cool to me. So that was like one of the first times I was like, yeah, I can really do something with this.
Now, does this date back into high school, or did you get started in college?
I got started in college. I really started writing because I was just very depressed. So I needed I needed a way to let it all out, and writing was the only way. Cause I was like, I tried to talk to the people and like fix those situations, but in that instance, it's like now it's a back and forth when I really just put out what I'm trying to say. And let it be. Like I ain't trying to argue. I'm just trying to say how I feel and go about it.
Right, because I feel what I've recently learned. Somebody had taught me no is a full sentence. Like I can just tell you what. Like if my answer is no, if you ask me to do something, my answer is no. I don't have to say why. You may not understand it, but at the end of the day, if that is my thought process at that time, then that's what I have to say.
It's still hard for me to say no. It's just I'm such a people pleaser, and I hate it because it makes me so antisocial. But then I'm still so much of a people pleaser. It's like I can't run from it. I think a lot of things are like gifts and curses, though. Like
I agree.
If you overly do too much of it, it becomes a curse. But
going back to the good guy, bad guy situation.
Yeah. That's really how I see life on a lot of different things. Like a lot of things are gifts and curses. It just depends on what's your perspective on it.
That's good. Okay, so with writing, what else do you do? Because I know you have Arkham Thoughts, Design 13 Studios. You dibble and dab in a little bit of everything. Yeah. So I want to talk about all of that you dibble and dab in.
Okay, so with Arkham Thoughts, that's more so where I use like my writing and my creativity to create like my own projects. I like rap, but I can't rap. So instead of like dropping out and trying to become a rapper, I put like rap, kind of like the methodology behind rap. I put that towards writing blogs. So like I come out with Seasons, that's like an album for rappers, or when I come out with short films, that's like a music video. So nice. Side note, I dropped my first short film in like 2019, but me and Arian, we're coming out with a film called The Inevitable, and it should be dropping, we're gonna say in 2021, if not at the top of 2022. But
that is exciting.
Yeah, it's gonna be real good too. I can't wait for everybody to see it. I actually acted in it too.
So not just behind the scenes, you got it in front of the camera.
I helped write it, helped direct it, helped act in it, helped edit.
Okay, so you gotta tell us what it's about. I mean, you don't have to give us the full spoon, but just a sprinkle of it.
So it's basically a film about it's two couples. They go on a hiking trip. One couple is a new couple. The old couple that the first couple normally goes with, they weren't able to make this trip. So now it's another couple, and as they hiking, they playing games and stuff, and as they play games, a lot of information starts to come out, and a lot of the people had a lot of stuff in their closets, and it's coming to light. And it begins to affect the trip and what's going on. So that's just a little bit of...
He just gave us a little bit, and I'm okay with that because I want more. That was good.
Yeah, I can't wait, man. I can't wait for it to come out.
So, okay, with that being stated, the reason I chose these particular things for people to choose for this season is because there wasn't a lot of activity in those particular themes when it came to film, when it came to event planners. I forgot what the other one, hairstylists and makeup artists and things of that nature. It wasn't a lot of activity during the pandemic. So coming out of the pandemic, you are already working, like just moving and grooving like nothing happened. Yeah. And so with that being stated, what inspired you and Arian, because I know Arian's going to be here a couple of weeks from now, but what inspired you to move forward even though, we went through that pandemic, it's time for me to get back to work? Because sometimes we can feel unmotivated to keep going.
Well, actually, this short film taught me a lot of patience. I think me and Arian started writing it around February of 2020, so like before COVID hit, and then I think we filmed it right after COVID hit, so like in June. So that's like around like all that big scare around it and stuff. Mm-hmm. But we filmed it. I think we shot it all in probably like one day. Which, if you do film, you realize that was horrible. But we were just trying to get it done, in the moment. It was like our first real film, trying to come together and film. Mm-hmm. And then we got it done. We got it edited and everything. And we realized it was horrible. Like, we saw how we rushed it in one day. Mm-hmm. So then I remember Arian texting me, and she was like, we should postpone and try to, like, refilm and stuff. But me, naturally, you know how hard it is to get black people together for one thing. So to try to get black people together for another thing, I was like, in my head, I'm like, man, we're not going to get everybody to come back. Mm-hmm. But
because how many people is a part of the project?
So it's 4 actors, and then I think we had like maybe 4 videographers or like crew behind, behind the scenes. So yeah, once we waited, I was just like, man, I guess we just gonna have to wait the process. And then once we tried to like come back together to start back rehearsing, one of the cast members, they stepped away, and then like literally a day before we was about to film for the second time, another cast member like stepped away. Mm-hmm. So I was like, dang, that's when I had to like step in and act. So seeing all that happen, and then actually coming together and then filming it again and having like way more cameras. Like, I think the first time we had like 3 scenes, but all the shots were so dull because, like I said, it was our first time really doing it, so we didn't understand what we was doing. Mm-hmm. But having that year, and like, it was like a year time between the two, so it felt like forever. So it really felt like wasn't no progress really happening. Mm-hmm. But having that year of time to really work and grow your knowledge and stuff, it really helped us a whole lot. We got a shot, and it looks so much better now. So much better now. So
good.
Like, yeah, it looks amazing to where, like, I want to put it out right now, but I can't. So it's an amazing journey being a creator, but it's very struggling. It's like it's full of struggles.
What would you say one of the struggles would be?
Things that's not in your hands. So like, we wrote the film. Yeah, we got it. We got people rehearsing for it, but we can't make people act. We can't shoot the video ourselves. We can, but if we do it, it's gonna all look like we did it. Mm-hmm. But we can't edit the film. We can't control life happening to people. Mm-hmm. So it's just things like that that's out of your control that you can't really control. That you just gotta stay patient and still work towards it, but at the same time, just keep patient because it's life, man. If it's meant for it to happen for you, it's gonna happen. You just gotta wait on it. But still work. Don't wait too much.
That's good. Okay, so with the team, as you mentioned, there's 4 videographers, actors, writers, producers, all that good stuff. Mm-hmm. How did you guys keep everybody on task? So I can imagine keeping everybody in the loop, keeping everybody, okay, this is where you need to be, this is the next scene.
I can't lie. So since the first time, I don't really know how we did it. This time around, I give a lot of that props to Arian. Like, I was actually on set trying to act, so I couldn't really be a director. I had to be an actor in them points. And Arian, she was just very good with making sure everybody was on task. She had like a whole bunch, like she made the shot list and everything before, so we kind of knew how every shot was supposed to look before we ran through and shot it. So just having like all that type of information already done beforehand, that really helped us a lot. Like one of the cast members named Tyra, Patrice, like they really helped us with the setup of the film to where it was just really easy to just go through and shoot and not really spend a lot of time like, oh, I wonder how this is gonna look. Let's try this shot, or it wasn't no need to try because we already knew how it was supposed to look.
Well, organization.
Yeah, it helps a lot. I'm not organized. I'm just a creative. I just
You like stuff to show up.
yeah. I just like to show up and do my thing and then go about my way.
I love it.
But I'm trying to learn how to be more organized.
So let me ask you. With that being stated, being more organized, right? What are the proper steps are you taking to get better with organization? Because I know for me, I always say that all the time. I always get better organized and this, and that. I know I need to do this today, but I never get to it. And I'm like, okay, girl, what are you going to do differently in order to move forward?
So I'm trying to just become more disciplined. Like one of the things I'm working on now is building my, fixing my morning routine. Like I used to actually wake up, read, and, just be more productive. I used to work out before I went to work or anything. Mm-hmm. But now I just wake up, do the normal, scroll on the phone real quick, see who done messaged me or whatever while I was asleep. Might get up, shower and stuff, and go about my way. Mm-hmm. But then, that's such a slow door start to my morning when I see the benefits of when I wake up early and read or wake up early, meditate, or do certain things just to get my mind right for the day, or just show gratefulness for waking up. So I don't know. That's why I'm trying to fix that process, because waking up just on whatever energy you on and then just going out into the world, it don't always mix. Mm-hmm. You just gotta, I don't know.
I feel like you just said what the key is. Like you said the solution.
See, my problem is though, it's like the more knowledge you know, the more you know nothing.
Oh.
I be knowing everything to fix what I need to do, but at the same time, I still act so oblivious to it. So
I need for you to rewind that quote.
Yeah.
That was amazing. Can you rewind that quote and talk about that a little bit more? The more you know is the more you know nothing.
Yeah, like the more you know nothing. Because the more I know, the more I realize it's still so much stuff I don't know. And then that's just the stuff I realize that I don't know. It's still stuff out there that I don't even know that I don't know. That people, it's people you could come across that know so much about a topic that you didn't even think people cared about. Like, there's somebody out here that could tell you how many different type of roaches it is. Like,
this is true.
I wouldn't want to. There's no reason for me to go read roach books to figure
true.
Something out like that.
That's true.
But yeah.
That was good.
Struggle.
Yeah, I never thought about that. All right, so let's get into Design 13. Okay. I saw graphic design, video production, photography, website and app development, pretty awesome, and creative writing.
Yes.
So let's talk about Design 13.
Design 13, that's actually a business I started with my friend Tobias. I met him my freshman year of college. He introduced me again back to all the Adobe products and stuff. Mm-hmm. And I think at that time I was just making cool designs for people around school. But by the time I came back home to Dallas, we had built up kind of a nice presence of doing graphics and stuff for people. Mm-hmm. And by then our skills had gotten so good to where we wanted to actually create a design agency, which is how we ended up coming out with Design 13 Studios. And yeah, it literally fuels all our projects. So anything that you've seen me do probably came from Design 13. I'm not outsourcing none of my work to anybody else.
I love that.
Respectfully, I just choose to keep my own hands on my own stuff until I have no time to do so. Mm-hmm. But yeah, that's how it kind of started. We offer services for logos, brand packages. So I'm gonna say this now then, because I don't want just a whole bunch of DMs saying, hey, can you do my logo? I really prefer not to just do logos for people. I prefer to help grow a brand. I like to see how our influence is helping your brand rather than just coming to you and giving you a logo and you feeling like a logo is your brand, because it's not. And a logo can only go so far. You are the brand, so I would like to work with something like that. Yeah, we have full packages though. We can help your social media. We can help boost your presence, help your marketing, create a website, app development. Yeah, we do it all. So anything you think you need, we can do it. If we can't do it, I also work for a company called ABS Media, and we just became our own media company. So we can for sure do it. Yeah, we got the cameras, we got it all. So yeah.
I love that so much.
Yeah, I can. If I can't do it, I know somebody can do it. So yeah, we gonna make it happen.
Either way.
Ultimate salesman. We gonna get you money.
Okay.
Yeah. We gonna give you a good service too, but we gonna get you.
I love that. So I think I saw ABS. They were like on the rooftop, and they did like a commercial.
That was for our media event.
Super dope.
Yeah.
Super dope. I love that.
Thank
I
you,
was
thank
like, this is cool. And I feel like everybody was in the creative space. I saw somebody, the ultimate designer, I saw the creative designer. That's what I saw.
Yeah, that's Seven. He the one that made the video.
Nice.
Yeah. That's our CEO.
Come on, CEO. Shout out.
Yeah, shout out to Seven. He the one that got me the job too. Shout out to him.
That is so amazing. So is it black owned or?
Yes, it's a black owned company. It's kind of rooted in ABS firm, the ABS firm.
Okay.
That's the big company, but we're just now we're kind of a branch off of that company though. But that was founded by a brother named Dr. Jake Taylor, and Jake Taylor Jacobs, my bad, let me say his whole name, and brother Ben X. So yes, they came together and built the ABS firm, and now they've created us, the ABS Media team, and now we're our own company. So
I am not mad. Well, congrats to you and this opportunity. It sounds amazing.
Thank you.
I mean, you got a full smile on your face, so I know you love your job.
Yeah, I like it. I'm not gonna lie, this is the only job I worked at to where it's like, man, I actually like this job. Like before, I was one of the ones I quit a job in a heartbeat.
I feel that.
I worked at one job for a long time, but that's only because they treated me good. Like they gave me food. I was a starving college student too, so they paid one of the best jobs in the city, and then they gave me food. I don't really need much else.
Okay.
Just pay me and give me some food.
You didn't have to worry about surviving at that point.
Yeah. I take home leftovers from work. I'm good. I don't got to buy no groceries. I'm a college student. I need to save all my little coins.
This is definitely true. So let me ask you, is there a struggle with turning off your creativity sometimes? Because I know for me, at times, I will wake up and I'm like, where's my journal? As you can see, this journal is almost done.
Yeah.
I have so many ideas. I'm like, okay, this is my to-do list. I need to get started on this. I need to edit this. I need to copy that. I need to get my life together. So with you going to work being a creative, doing your independent stuff as a creative, do you have a hard time with switching it on and off? Or you don't mind it?
I don't think at this point I ever cut it off. My mind constantly wanders on different things. If I'm not creatively thinking about something I'm doing at work, I'm probably thinking about something I'm trying to do for another brand. Or if it's not that brand, then another brand. Like my mind just bounces between different companies, literally. Like that's why when people ask me, "Are you Kory or something?" It's just like, who asked you? I mean, who sent you, so I can know which Kory you're looking for. Because I have so many different faces. I have so many different heads that I keep on. So yeah.
So I mean, you do wear a lot of different hats, as you just mentioned. You do a lot of things, and so depending on who sent you, you're like, okay, you probably want a logo, or you probably want brand development.
Yeah, I know what type of brand. I know what type of mindset to bring to you when you come into me. You might want to have just a deep conversation. I guess you're looking for Arkham thoughts. But I don't know.
You are solid. That is awesome.
I'm cool. I'm cool as the other side of the pillow.
Yes, you are.
I'm just to myself. I don't know.
And I don't think there's nothing wrong with it. Some people feel like, oh, you need to be out there and talk to the people and this, and that. I don't think you have to do that all the time. I feel like you get burnt out after a while and you end up becoming fake. Yeah. Because you're just trying to keep this space knowing in reality, you probably don't want to be around a lot of people that day.
Yeah. I really like chilling. Like, I don't know. I'm very chill, but I'm very adventurous at the same time. I just prefer to be in a very calm state.
Ain't nothing wrong with it. All right, y'all. So this is a good segue into our favorite part, which is the highs and lows, business, personal, business, whatever that looks like. So we start off with the highs first. Something to pat yourself on the back. I'm proud of myself. Kory, you did it. Share with the class that moment in life where you were just super proud of yourself, if that's business and or personal.
Uh, I feel like I just did something big and I forget. I'm sorry. I'm very big on, I apply myself, but it's hard for me to live in a moment for too long. I don't know. I just came out with a brand called Culture Cards. That's very cool. I think that was a big pat on the back. That's just a brand. So Culture Cards is basically a brand called Culture Cards. And it's basically like trading cards, but it's like a digital aspect to them. So naturally, with old school trading cards, you'll be able to look at them, see the stats of the player or whatever on the back. Excuse me. But with these, you're able to, you have a card. So, matter of fact, I got one on my phone. So
nice. When you said virtual, I thought about NFT. Is it kind of like that, like a virtual world?
In a sense, because we're going to sell NFTs. So I don't know if y'all can see this, but this is a 2 Chainz card. But, so I'll let you hold it. But yeah, it's basically a culture card. It will basically give you information, but as you see, that's a senior card, which means you will basically own this card, which means as well that you own any album of 2 Chainz that you will want. So it's basically, it's giving artists individual sales again. Like, now we kind of live in the era of streams and stuff. So it's kind of hard to see where your streams are coming from or where it really goes. Like 1,000 streams may be one sale, but if you sell 1,000 culture cards, that's 1,000 sales for your for your album. So it's just another way to kind of give ownership to the fans. And also, like, it'll have like a VR aspect to it, to where you can put your phone on it and you'll see like the card pop out of the phone and everything. If you go to our Instagram page, Culture Cards Trading, you'll see everything I'm telling you about. But that's just something that was kind of a high for me. Well, I wouldn't say kind of, but it is a high for me. Just seeing ideas go from ideas to creation. Like, it was a day where this was just me and my friend on the phone talking about it, and now it's a physical aspect. So,
are you officially pushing it, or right now it's just in the soft opening stage?
So it's still kind of in the soft opening stage. They're currently out. You can go buy you a pack of 5, and yeah, they're out, but we're still working on the app. The app is really the best part about the cards. So if you buy cards now, like, you're kind of just having cards, but as soon as the app comes out, then you'll be able to see what all those cards are able to really do. So it seems as if it's just one-dimensional, but once you actually use the app and attach the card to it, then you see the real benefits, because it basically turned into like your own music player, to where you and a friend can have a debate over, oh, this culture card is better than that card, because you see some of them have points. But I wish I'd have brought more with me. I have some in the car, but I just didn't think to bring them inside with me. But
it is okay.
Yeah, that's a very big high, though.
Because everybody is moving to the virtual world, and to hear that you're already in it, I am intrigued, because that is the move. Because did you hear about Tory Lanez?
Yeah, with the album he dropped.
Yes.
And he sold out.
Sold out off $1.
He sold out.
And went platinum.
It's a lot of ways out here to make money. You just gotta put yourself in the right rooms,
That's true.
right situation, man. You better go to YouTube, look up how to make an NFT.
For real? Do you feel like it is a little difficult, or? Because I guess I'm still trying to understand on the user side of it.
It's not really difficult to make an NFT. You can take a picture of your setup right now and sell it as an NFT. That's a one-on-one. Like, you can sell it as a one-on-one collectible for your podcast, and then somebody can own that. But attached to them, like, so basically you can sell that NFT, but then you could attach like a special never before seen episode of your podcast, and then. Now, if whoever owns that, if they want to go and sell it to someone else for $1 million, you can put it in. You can put it in the system to where you would still make 50% of whatever they sell it for.
And that's with the metadata, right, that they talk about. See, I've been doing a little studying.
You know, a little something, yeah. But it's a very cool experience, though. It's not very hard, but you do need some form of a following because people need to have some type of value coming from the NFT. Like, if some random person that never sold a T-shirt a day in their life sold a T-shirt NFT, what's the point of me buying it? Because it holds no value. But if you was to sell like a microphone as an NFT, people would buy it because they understand that's where they know you from.
Crazy. Like you mentioned, there's so many ways to make money out here, so many resources.
Legal ways.
You better say it the right way. Okay, you better say it the right way.
Legal ways. You ain't got to ask for Bank of America cards and chase.
And Cash App.
Man. To each his own.
True that. All right, so on the opposite end of the highs, what are some of those learning moments as far as those little moments that made you question, should I continue to create? Should I continue to write? Should I continue to design 13? Should I push forward in the things that I feel like is for me? But then something happened, was like, maybe it's not for me.
So, I'll tell you a story then that kind of solidified that what I was doing was right for me. A lot of times I battle between feeling like if what I did was meant for me or was I supposed to do something different. And I think that's kind of natural for anybody to do when you're not doing something that other people might want you to do or when you're just not doing what you want to do for yourself as well. But I think so. I had read the book Richest Man of Babylon in 2019, I think. No, 2020. And then after that, my saving habit became great. Like, man, it was the best it's ever been in my life. So over that period, I saved up maybe about $3,000. And I was like, man, I feel like I ain't never ever had that much money saved in my life. So I was like, man, I'm doing very good. And then, I do graphic design, so I'm doing my own business. I'm doing Arkansas, so I'm freelancing, doing everything. I have no job. I'm literally living off of my freelancing. I'm like, man, I'm doing great for myself. And then one day, literally, I lost, my top client that was, literally paying my rent for me. So I was like, dang, what am I supposed to do now? And I'm talking about, this one of the moments where, nobody asking for graphics, nobody need a logo, nobody need nothing. I'm like, dang, I'm out here reaching out to people again, trying to see if you need some work. Or this one of them periods of time where I got to start going and asking certain people about invoices and stuff. That's for sure a down point in doing graphics or really any type of service when you got to go and ask about an invoice or something like that. But I was going through all of that, and I'm just like, man, I literally had no money. But I had understood that I've been in situations before, in college and stuff, when I had $600 rent, and I was struggling to pay that. And I'm like, man. But I always felt like I made it through those situations. And I know how I made it through it because God blessed me to make it through it. But, I really had to sit myself down. I felt like it was a test of my faith, and I told myself, I understood I had been through similar situations, not having the money for rent or just being in a situation where I feel like my back was against the wall, and I felt like this was just a test to see how I was going to act in it, and I stayed down. I literally had no people coming to me for 2 months straight, and I'm literally paying rent off of the money I had saved over the last year or so. And it's just man, a year or so before then, I would not have been able to do anything like that. Like I said, I was struggling to pay $600 rent. So living in almost downtown Dallas, paying for sure double what I was paying in college, to be able to do that, man, that for sure showed me that I was for sure in the right position, because even after that, I literally got the job of my life, and now I know I'm financially stable. I don't have to worry about paying rent or anything like that again, and I get to do what I was doing before, just for a company that has a bigger audience, a bigger avenue for me to push for what I would like to do. So having that experience happen to me and just seeing that everything really do come full circle when you just stay patient. Like, yeah, you got to go through tough times, but shit, we all do. Hell, so what make you think you shouldn't?
For real.
And that's what makes life worth living in my eyes. The highs and the lows, because without the lows, you wouldn't appreciate the highs and shit. Without the highs, hell, all you'll know is tough times.
That's true.
So you need a mix of both to fully understand life.
That was so good, Kory.
Yeah.
He's my yeah. That was really good. Okay, with that, what would be one free advice? I feel this segment was created because me being in the consulting industry, the networking industry, we have a lot of people pay thousands and thousands of dollars for all of these classes, and then they're left out with, what do I do next? You know, taught me all of this, but what's next? Like, what's my next action item? What would be one free advice that you can give somebody that's in film, that's a blogger, that has a 9-to-5, maybe trying to balance what they do on the side and what they do for their business or for the 9-to-5? What would be one free advice that you could give them for they can walk away and maybe use it today or tomorrow?
Make time for what you want. Really as simple as that. I remember when I was literally in college, I would work nights at Embassy Suites and literally come home and finish writing blogs, staying up to like 2-3 in the morning writing blogs or working on designs and stuff. Like, you're gonna have to put in the work to get what you want. So please put in the work. You're not gonna skip it in anything you do. If it comes to you easily, it's a good chance you won't hold on to it for too long. Or it's a good chance some very hard times is gonna come and you're gonna have to show why it came to you. So for sure, just put your all into it, man. Put your all into it.
That was good. Because I know I'm learning that now. Because I do have a part-time job, not freelance, all that good stuff, all in one. And I had to teach myself, when are you going to make time for your business? And so even if I have to stay up late at night to get things done, I mean, this is the life that I chose at the end of the day. So that was really, really good.
Yeah, like now I'm talking to myself as well. I literally just got a job where I don't have to work for anybody else, but I still realize that just because I have a job don't mean I'm supposed to stop all my other dreams. Like, I created all them brands for a certain reason. So even though I'm doing this, I still have to give myself time to do what I just started. So Arkham Thoughts, I still have to make time for that. Design 13, Culture Cars, all these different brands that I work with, I still have to put time into those to still grow them brands. Like, I can't just expect them to grow into something magically overnight and I haven't put no work into it. Like, I'd rather have 1 million blogs out and nobody found out about them rather than have one blog out and everybody know about it, because now they're waiting on content rather than if you come across my blog with 1 million blogs, now you can go get lost. You can find yourself, you can find whatever you want. But if I only got one thing out, what they gonna attach to? So yeah, you gotta have some content. People gotta feel like they know you.
Yeah, because it's all about that connection. Okay. All right, so what's upcoming for you? Website information, handlers, all that good stuff, so that people can connect with you. As you mentioned, content. I mean, content is the key. So how can they find you?
You can find me on Instagram. My @name is Kory Island, Kory, Island, the word. @Design 13 Studios, @Culture Cars, @Arkham Thoughts, Arkham Thoughts.
Is that Batman?
That's where I
get
it from.
Okay. I was like,
I'm a big fan of Batman. Yeah, one of my ghostwriter name is Bruce Grayson.
Shut up.
Yeah.
Bruce and Dick Grayson put together, huh? You see, you didn't think I knew, huh?
You know, listen, son, I applaud it.
He said I applaud it. Okay. Did we say the website?
ArkhamThoughts.com, I think it's D13studios.com, culturecardstrading.com. I think them 3 websites I want to tell people about.
But it's all on Kory Island. Everything will be that
Just
one-stop
go
shop.
to Kory Island, and then you'll find everything else.
Boom. All right, so that wasn't too bad. Was that
It's
too?
pretty great.
You enjoyed yourself?
Yeah.
Okay.
You gotta invite me back next time.
I am. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So you guys know we always end the conversation with a motivational moment. For the new people that's listening, this could be a Bible verse. This could be a quote. Anything that just crosses my eyes and I'm like, okay, we need to bring this to the show, share thoughts, and just connect through, our thinking processes. So today it is a quote by Shiv. Definitely maybe pronouncing the name incorrectly, but Shiv Kara, don't know. But this is the quote: "Your positive action combined with positive thinking results in success." So I've been pretty fortunate with having all of my motivational moments pretty much come together with the actual episode. So as you were talking, I was thinking about the quote. I was like, dang, this kind of goes into what we said at the very beginning. What you put out in the universe is what you get back.
Yeah.
And so anyway, my thoughts on this particular quote is, as mentioned, what you put out there is what you're going to get back. So if you go into a situation with high hopes, this is going to be amazing for me, this is going to be great. Yeah, it may not turn out the way you may have thought if it, doesn't go for the best thing, but at least you went in there thinking positively. And so if you go in the situation thinking positively, what at that moment, not what's the worst that could happen, but at that moment, at least you tried. You gave effort. You did the best that you could. You pretty much probably prepared for it if you went in there with positive thoughts. Usually when you're not prepared for it, you're like in your head already thinking, dang, they're going to probably catch me, or dang, this not going to go out the way. I'm going to have to go ahead and flex and do what I need to do to get through it, whatever the case may be. But when you go in there with positive thoughts, knowing, dang, I'm going to crush it. I studied the night before. I edited. My presentation was nice last night. I'm ready to, present it to the people. I feel like you have better results with having that type of mindset versus going to a situation, I'm just going to do what I got to do at this moment. Because you really can't be too surprised with what the results will be if you go in with that type of mindset. So, your turn. What would be your thought process when you hear that quote? Or what is your thoughts about that quote?
Can you read the quote one more time, please?
I can. Your positive action combined with positive thinking results in success.
Just kind of piggybacking back off what you said. What you put into something is what you get out of it. I really think that it's important that you always put your best foot forward, and you can realize that your best foot forward isn't always 100% every day. Some days you might only have 70% to give, but as long as you give all 70 of that, tomorrow you might be able to come back and push 85%. So just making sure you're putting your best foot forward with everything you do. You really don't want to put out nothing that's half-assed. And really, like you say about the fear, like fear really only comes because you understand that you, in some way, you didn't fully prepare for what you're about to experience. So you're fearful of what the outcome might be, rather than if you was confident in yourself or confident in whatever, and you understood you're greater than whatever you're fearing. The fear of what you're fearing is usually not as bad as what you actually feel in those situations. You just overly hype it to be something so much more tragic, but it's not really that bad. Like, it might be a little cut on the leg. I thought it was finna be a broken arm or something. Like, you just gotta stop stressing it. Don't overthink it. Please don't. Life is very simple.
Life is very simple.
We overcomplicate it
ourselves. I feel like we are our biggest critics. We think too hard about certain things. We go into a situation overthinking, and now we done got worried, and now we are fearing of what the results may be, when in reality, I'm learning to just go with the flow. All I can do, I love what you stated, put your best foot forward and just let the rest take its place. I feel I am now taking that mindset in, because before I would just overly, oh, I got to get this right. I got to be this, and I got to be right. At this point, I'm just, okay, we
But
here, we
think
showing
about
up.
it, what do you get from always being right? Like,
That's true.
What do you learn if you're always right?
And that's where the growth comes from.
You have to sometimes be wrong so you can understand how to grow.
Mm.
But that's y'all problem, you know? You don't want to be wrong no time. You want to be right.
Okay, one more thing before we head out. Do you have anything else for the people you feel like maybe I left out, or something you feel like, dang, Bri, I just now thought of what I was going to say earlier? Any last thoughts?
Chase your dreams. I really think everyone should, no matter how old, how young, chase your dreams. You can always chase your dream. We live in a world to where you can do anything. You can literally sit on Instagram and cook all day and be happy if that's what you want to do. But life is too short to not be happy. You should address all the things in your life that make you unhappy, and you should unpack why it makes you unhappy. And you should choose to forgive yourself for being unhappy and move forward and live a happy life. We only got one of these, so you might as well live it peaceful. You don't want to be walking around with a stank face and other
Not
people
the
don't
stank
even
face.
care about you. So just be happy, man. I enjoy life.
I am so happy about this. For this to be the first episode of the season, I am excited.
Yeah, I set the tone.
Yes, you did. Come through. Well, we want to say thank you guys so much for tuning in with us today. And definitely please support Kory and all things that he has going on. And definitely look out for the movie. And
The Inevitable is coming 2021, early 2022 at latest.
make sure y'all look out for it. And make sure y'all follow him so y'all can be updated to everything he has going on. Other than that, we just want to say thank you. If you're listening to this morning, noon, evening, or night, have a great one.